Hey everyone, it's Kimberly with I Dream a Lot with a What Sold video. Finally! The numbers aren't impressive. I'm just going to start with that. However, I have a plan and things are going to get better. Next year. Yay. Anyhow, I have a what sold video for you. I'm going to go over my numbers, as embarrassing as they are. Even for a part-time reseller, I'm so embarrassed by these numbers because, I mean, our time is very valuable. So selling something for $8 is just... Anyway, I'm getting rid of some old inventory. That's the good news. I am continuing to find good pieces to resell. And there are some you know, decent things that have sold in the last couple weeks. So those are all great things. And I'm being really picky about the things that I am picking up while I'm in the thrift stores. And I'm really not thrifting that much, you know, maybe an hour a week, 2 hours, you know, just kind of running in after work, like on Friday, something like that. I do have a trip coming up to Austin, Texas. Yeah. So I get to spend my birthday the entire day at the Austin Goodwill bins. So I'm super excited. I don't know if I'm bringing an extra suitcase, if I am going to ship stuff home. I don't know. We will just see. But I'm super excited about that. And that'll be good. Yeah, that'll be good. So that's it. Let's jump over to the computer and see what's selling for me. All right. All right, everyone, we're going to go through some numbers and then I will go through most of the items that have sold and kind of give you the background, how long it's been listed, what it actually sold for. And again, you've got to be careful when you're comping items because eBay does not always reflect the correct price. So when you send out an offer and the buyer he or she goes ahead and accepts that offer, eBay does not put a line through the price and certainly does not adjust the sold price. So it just goes into sold listings at the price that you had it listed for. And I will give you some examples of that. The only time you're going to see that line through an item, so when it's listed and it's or best offer listing, and a buyer sends you an offer and you accept it, then eBay will put that line through the price. So at least you know when you're comping items, okay, that person had it listed for $40. However, there's a line through it. So they accepted a lower offer. Now you don't know how much. It could have been a couple of dollars off, or it could have been $10 off or half off. You don't know, but at least you know, okay, it sold for less than 40. Let me, you know, continue looking in the sold listings and see if I can find some items that actually have the correct price. So for example, if the item was originally listed just as a buy it now, no best offer, and you see that that is sold, you know, you can kind of assume, okay, it probably sold for that price unless it's like way overpriced. Because again, if I have a listing and it's listed for $40, no best offer or anything like that, it's just buy it now, $40. And I have watchers on it and I decide, you know what, I'm going to send everyone a 20% discount offer and someone accepts it, that does not reflect in the sold listing. So you have to be very careful when you're comping items and you're going to want to really go off of your own comps. You know, I know when I buy Chico's size 3 tops, I can generally get $25 unless there's something really special about the item, like fabric or something like that. I can get 30. I don't care what the comps are saying. I know from all my experience selling Chico's quite often, size 3, size 3.5, size 4 in Chico's, I'm getting 25 bucks all day long within 90 days and sometimes 30. So yeah, anyway, that's my spiel on that, guys. Let's jump into some numbers. These eBay sales are from January 1st through January 15th. Nothing impressive here, but we'll talk more about that. But my goal for 2024 is to definitely get these sales up. I sold a total of 20 items for $650, which includes shipping and tax. After tax and shipping labels and eBay fees, $357.33 went back into my bank account. Now I have about $4 an item cost of goods, so that means my cost of goods was $80 for those 20 items. So that leaves about $277 in profit. Okay, so basically it's like I went and took out $80 from my bank account, bought some stuff, sold it, and then I got to put in $357 back into my account. But it's only 277 profit, okay? So I almost 5 times my money. That is not good enough. I need to be at least 8 times my money. I'd like to be 10 times my money. I have to find better items that sell for $30 or more, and or find a way to get my cost of goods down to about $2. So let's go through these items. The first item is this Stitch Fix little blouse. It was size XL. It was green. I bought this on half off days, so this was actually only $2. However, at the end of the year, the way my taxes are done by my CPA and how we calculate things, my inventory at the end of the year ends up being about $4 an item. So just keep that in mind. This was listed since August. And so if it would have been listed, say, like in May or June, it probably would have sold sometime in the summer. But it didn't. It was listed at the end of summer, but it did sell. However, you see $24.99 is not the correct price. Let's jump over here. And what it actually sold for, so it sold for a total of $21.62. That includes what the item cost, or the cost of the item, and then taxes. So the buyer paid a total of $21.62. It looks like there wasn't any taxes actually. And so I must have sold it for around, what, like $14, $13, $14. The total selling cost are the fees and the shipping label. So my net sales on that item was $14.45. So yeah, I must have sent out an offer or accepted an offer, I think of like $15, something like that. Okay, so this is just my eBay screen, kind of if you scroll down on your selling. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole different video. But that, again, let's go back over here. This item did not sell for $24.99. Okay, so if you were doing comps and you saw that this sold and there was no line through it, you would think, oh, wow, they got $25 for that. No, I sent out an offer. It was either for $14 or $15. Someone accepted it. All right. moving on. I would not purchase that top again because I'm not interested in selling items for $14 or $15. This was a little buffalo check baby doll dress sold at Anthropologie. It was intro. It was size large. It was not new with tags, but it was in pristine condition. It was super cute. And I believe, let's go over here and look. I think it sold for, yeah, it sold for $20. They were charged $1.88 tax, and selling costs were $10. Again, that was for the shipping label and the eBay fees. So what went into my account, my net sales, was $15.81. You think, hey, $4 cost of goods, now I'm down to $11. Again, I'm not interested in selling items that only profit $11. I'm just way too busy. That was listed since July, so I would not purchase that again. Next, this is this antique kind of a type of medical like device. I don't know a lot about it. I thought it was cool. I remember this, and I bought this on Dollar Day at Goodwill. And I've had it listed for probably about 3 years, and I've ended it and relisted it and, you know, dropped the price, dropped the price, dropped the price. And it actually sold for $30. So somebody was watching it. I had it listed for $40. I sent out an offer for $30 and they accepted, and they paid $24 to ship this. Now I made a mistake. I didn't look closely at the shipping, and I went ahead and packaged it up, and I put it in a priority mail box, the 1095 boxes. I kind of had to use 2 of them. Anyway, I went to go print the shipping label, and they actually paid $24 shipping, or no, I'm sorry, they paid $20 in shipping, and it was supposed to go USPS grounded Vantage. And I had spent all that time making the box, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I checked how much will it cost to ship it priority since I already have it in a priority box. Well, $24. Grounded Vantage was only $13. So I would have made an extra $7, but I had already put the time in. It just was not worth it to try and find a box that it would fit. So I just shipped it. It was fine. I've had it forever. I was happy to see it go, but yeah. And I did check on Pirate Ship, and it was also $24 to ship through them through priority, but yeah. This is just a mug that I thought was really cute, and it is really cute, but some mugs sell for quite a bit of money and others don't, and this was one that just didn't. And there were others listed and others sold for $5, $6, $7, $9, $10. I wanted it to just sell. I listed it for $6.99. Someone purchased it. It was only listed for a couple months. That's the good news. But I would not buy this again. Oh, it's so hard, you guys, to not purchase cute items. It was a really nice mug. You always have to comp your mugs because some mugs sell really well. So yeah, I didn't comp it. I just bought it because, oh, it's cute. All right, next, this Corningware Visions glass saucepan with the nonstick bottom in the cranberry color. I've always done well with like the Corningware, like the amber color and this cranberry, and this had the nice like spout, but again, it only sold for $16.99. They paid the shipping. I ended up making what? On that, my net sales was $18.79 minus $4 cost of goods. We're down to $14. So I will not purchase that again in the future. It was listed in August. So about 4.5 months to sell. Or wait, September, October, November, December. No, 5 months to sell. 5 months. But if you guys don't mind sitting on items and selling items like this for, between $10 and $20, these are not bad items because they are selling. Next, oh my goodness, this was one of those things that I bought for $1 like 5 years ago. Simply Vera. It was this little swing coat. It was really cute, but it's just, there's nothing special about it. Nobody is searching for Simply Vera wing. You buy this at Kohl's, and you get all those Kohl's coupons, and you could probably buy this brand new at Kohl's for $8. But it sold finally $8, and it was only $1. But again, my average cost of goods is $4, so let's not even look at that. This is a good item. This is Skechers platform jammers sandals. They're, very 90s Y2K. This is all the rage right now. Who knows how long that'll last? These sold for $40. And they look kind of dirty, but they were actually like really, it looks like someone wore them maybe one time, but then they were stored in an area that maybe wasn't so great, but also so you see the tread and everything is good, but yeah, it was just kind of weird, but I just listed them. I don't have time to clean stuff. And those sold for $40. So I would definitely purchase those again. As long as this trend continues, I will buy stuff like that all day long. These were a pair of Aerie offline black leggings, and they were like that shiny kind of graphite or reptile print. I actually purchased these for me, and I didn't realize they were the longer inseam. So yeah, those did not work for me. So those sold, I think, on an offer. They were listed for $20. I may have sent out an offer. Yes, I did. Because you see here the total sale was $22.40. And so what my net sales, so what went into my account was $14.39. So I think I sent out an offer for like $15 on those. So that's how that went. Those did not take long to sell. They only took, just over a month and a half. So it has a good sell-through rate. They just don't sell for a lot. All right. Prana. This was this really cool like thermal pullover with the high like mock neck, and that sold for $20. And I had sold that before. It got returned, and then I relisted it on November 27th, and it sold at the first week of January. So that good sell-through rate, but again, only sold for $20. Spiritual Gangster. This little tank top was in perfect condition. It didn't seem like it had actually ever been worn. It was a size large. I listed that back in August, and it sold, I believe, on an offer. I don't think it sold for $16.99. I think I sent out an offer. Let's look. Yeah. My net sales was $11.24. The buyer paid a total of $18.61. So I must have sent out an offer for like $12 or something. So I would not buy that again. And it took about 5 months to sell. This Kirkland jacket, I bought this for $1 at this little small thrift store in my area. And I don't even know if it sold for $15, honestly. I just wanted to get rid of it because I just knew I did not want to sit on it for another year. I just listed it a couple months ago. I don't know why that's not here. Okay, well, whatever. It sold, if it didn't sell for 15, it sold for 12. But yeah, that's just, but it did sell within a month and a half. The vintage 80s denim dress, this dress was so cool. I loved it. I didn't even try it on because I'm like, if this fits me, I'm going to want to keep it. It was this very cool, like button up, kind of had a little ruching. It was by Chorus Blues, which does not matter. It was a size 9, 10. It's vintage from the 80s, like late 80s, mid to late 80s. This is something I totally would have worn in high school, and I feel like I actually had a dress very similar to this. It was really cute, and it was in perfect condition, and it sold on an offer, I believe, for 30 or 35. And if I would have held out until the summer, I'm sure I would have gotten at least $40. Yeah, I think it sold for 35, and my net was 31. So that's a great example of a great vintage item. You need to just really have like an eye for vintage, and also know what's trending. I think though that's the combination that you need to know what vintage items sell, because a lot of vintage stuff doesn't sell, and you just really need to know what's trending and just have a good eye. Next, this is such a cool belt. This was this vintage silver tone mesh snake belt. I've had this listed since last March, so almost a year. I had it listed for 70 or best offer, and it ended up selling on an offer for, well, they paid a total of 60. I want to say it was like a $45 offer. Maybe, no, $40 offer because they paid, no, I think it was 45. Yeah, and 42 went into my account. So that was a great sale. I did not mind sitting on this. It was such a great piece. Unique. It was in perfect condition. None of the little gems were missing. And it was stretchy so it could fit different sizes, and I just needed the right buyer, and I knew I would get it. So very happy with that sale. So again, that's an example of having a good eye, and I think something like this is not trendy. This vintage item could sell 20 years ago or 20 years from now. It's just super unique. Okay, this was from a Nordstrom like mystery box or something that I bought a long time ago. I actually kept a pair of boots that came in that box, and so everything else was just kind of profit. 'Cause I think I spent like $60 on the box, and the boots were definitely worth $60. So this was just a really thin, like black thermal, size extra small. This is brass plum, and it sold for $9. I would never thrift that or pick that up, but yeah. This is a Chico's Travelers tank top. Chico's Travelers does pretty well. I usually only buy this in larger sizes, so size 3 and 4. However, this was new with tags. It was a size 1, which is a medium, or a size 8, 10. And yeah, you can see new with tags, $54. This, I think, ended up selling on an offer. Let's see. Yeah, they paid $33 total, so I believe it was around a $25 offer. And I would buy that again. They just always sell, so I don't mind sitting on Chico's items because I know eventually they're going to sell. And they sell always for 25, you know, 25 to 40, just depending on the item. Whoops. Okay, these were dinner plates that I actually purchased because I was thinking of possibly keeping them, and they were only $1 for the whole set. I got these at the Goodwill in Shepherdstown on $1 a day. I ended up not wanting to keep them. They were very like 80s, and they actually sold on an offer. I sent out an offer. I had them listed for 40, and no, I'm sorry, they sold for full price. Those sold for $40. They are the Lennox Marquesa pleated swirl pattern. Yeah, so not much to say about that except that I packed them very well. So with plates, I wrapped them in paper first, and these seemed especially fragile, so I wrapped them in 2 pieces of paper first, and then I bubble wrapped the heck out of them. And I did that each one. And then I put bubble wrap around the entire thing. So all 5 plates. And then I lined the box with bubble wrap and put the plates in. And then any space along the sides, I put some paper and bubble wrap. So the buyer has received the item like last week, and there's no issue. So you have to, yeah, you have to bubble wrap the heck out of these breakables. But I generally do not pick up plates anymore just because I'm just too anxious that they're going to break. But that was a good sale. All right, this Fila jacket, I only picked it up because it's not vintage. It's new, but it was new with tag, and you can see it was $90. However, this was probably like Macy's or something, and they have sales all the time. But it sold for $25 and they paid shipping. But let's double check. I may have sent out an offer because, yes, I did. I think I sent an offer for 20. Well, maybe 22 or something, but anyway, 22 went into my account, so that was good. And it took just about a month and a half to sell, so not bad. All right, next is just this cute pair of little boys, or girls, whatever, Polo Ralph Lauren with the big pony little shorts, and those sold for $10.99. I would not pick these up again. I just couldn't help myself. I think I paid $1 for them. They were just adorable. And yeah, but I'm not going to do that again. I promise. All right, these jeans, I'm showing you these because I had these jeans for at least 3 years, maybe 4. I bought them on $1 a day. They're in excellent condition. They're Ann Taylor curvy straight leg jeans. They're women's size 12. And I finally sold them. I sent an offer. There was a watcher. And let's see what I sold them for. The buyer paid $22.65 total. So I'm thinking that I probably sent out an offer for like 15, something like that. And my net sales on that after shipping label and eBay fees was $11.25. Would not buy those again. They took 4 years to sell. This Van Heusen men's chore coat or barn coat, it was pretty well worn, but I got this for $1 at my little thrift store, and I love, love, love selling these barn coats, especially the vintage LL Bean ones, of course, but any brand. And this sold, let's see if I sent an offer. This sold for, let's see, it says my net sales was $30, so that's what went into my account. The buyer paid a total of $45. So I must, yeah, so I may have sent out an offer for like 30 or 31 because it was listed for 35 and they paid a total of 45. Yeah, maybe the shipping was that much. So yeah, they bought it outright. So that was a good sale, and it took just about a month and a half to sell. So those barn coats, you need to keep your eye out for those, especially these with the little corduroy collar. This had the flannel lining too. Let me see if I have a picture. You can kind of see it there in that picture. And I provided measurements. I try to do that with most of my items, but you can see, look at the sleeves. Oh, here's the lining. Yeah, but some people want their stuff like that already worn in. So, yeah. All right. So now let's jump over to Poshmark. So on Poshmark, I'm a little stuffy, sorry. Poshmark, I had 10 items sell from January 1st to the 15th, so not great. I had a total of $249 in sales. So average sale price was about $24, almost $25. And my cost of goods on 10 items, we could say it was about $40. So that's about $209 in profit. But actually, those numbers are not correct because I didn't take out my 20%. So yeah, it's actually about $200 that went into my account, and then if we deduct the $40 cost of goods, we're down to $160. So not good, guys, not good. This is $160 is not worth my time. So I have lots of things I'm going to be doing to increase my sales, and we'll talk about that in a different video. But let me just run through these really quick because we're already at 30 minutes. All right, first item here are these gold mirrors, and these are vintage. I used keywords like wall decor, vintage, vanity, tray. They're like brass rope edges, and they had like these little hearts. And you can see there the little hearts right there. They were in excellent condition, and they sold for $50. And they took, I don't know, maybe like a month to sell. This little Banana Republic sweater, I'm not going to even click on it. It's nothing special. It took a couple years to sell, and it only sold for $19. It was wool, size small, but I would not purchase that again. These leggings, these workout pants, RBX, I've had those for a few years, and they sold for $18. This vintage Fred Heyman Beverly Hills 273 perfume sweatshirt sold for on an offer of $25. This is from like late 80s, early 90s, and that was a really cool vintage piece, and I think it took about a month to sell. So I would definitely pick that up again. This Vocal Women's large black studded zip-up long sleeve waffle knit top. It was kind of like a thermal, but a zip-up, and it had like these little like studs. It took a couple months to sell. It sold for $17. I would not buy that again. But it only took a couple months. I just want to make that clear. But it gave me like very Y2K vibes. That's why I picked it up, and I think I got it on sale for like $2. Next is a pair of mother jeans, size 27. I've had these listed for a couple months. They were a skinny with the frayed bottom and some distressing. Mother jeans still sell fairly well, but skinny jeans are just a harder sell. So these took a few months, but they did sell for $30. This Mac Studio skirt, size small. It was linen. It had a drawstring and it had pockets. Super cute. That sold on an offer of $22. This Carhartt baseball cap sold for $14. Um, these are all items that I got on sale. Like this cap, I think was like $1. This skirt was $3. This new Ann Taylor Loft linen top was $1 at my little mom pop thrift store in my area. It was a size 0, but it sold for $24. It took a few months. Well, no, it took, yeah, I think it took at least 2 months, maybe 3 months to sell. And then the last item just sold, I believe it was yesterday. At least it got shipped out yesterday. And these are Teva Mary Jane sandals, black suede leather. Very nice. They were like in pristine condition. They sold in about a month and a half for $30. So I would definitely purchase those again, of course. Those are my numbers. Those are my sales. I will do another video to talk about what I'm going to do differently so that I can increase my sales. Basically, I want my my net sales, so after all the fees and shipping labels, to be about $500 a week, and that's very doable, you know, considering I'm selling on 2 platforms. So, and that's 500 minimum. It has to be worth my time, and anything below $500 a week really isn't worth my time, although I enjoy it and it's fun. You know, I'm very busy with my work and then my personal life on the weekends. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope that you've, you know, learned something and kind of, you know, learned about different brands or maybe maybe what not to pick up, whatever it is. But I hope this was helpful, and have a great rest of the week, and I look forward to uploading my Austin Goodwill Bins haul video within the next couple weeks. I'm going next week for my birthday. So all right, bye.